Hello. How you doing?
Good.
Nice to meet you.
Shirley?
Yeah.
Shirley.
Nice to meet you.
Shirley, I'm Karen. I'm the district manager here.
Turn it down. Here. All right. So what's the name of your business again?
Well, my company is Pharo, but I carry different projects.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what is this company about?
What kind of projects? Or
Yeah.
what
Okay. Yeah.
Well, because I do have my connections, so I just pick different business project, and I look for investors, and I look for people who is looking for business opportunities.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Any specific ones, specific sizes, or?
Not really, because
Okay.
right now I have my wedding dress label.
Okay.
This one is actually I established myself,
Okay.
right?
Cool.
And I also do stainless steel.
Okay.
It's from China, and we export to Africa, and we're trying to expand it to North America as well. And I also do some social media projects, but that was a new one that I'm starting right now. And I also carry a French brand indoor air enhancer and water purifying system as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and this
It's a
is actually
variety.
one of the project I'm expanding to Calgary for almost a year, and
Oh, wow.
I'm just meeting a friend in Edmonton today, so I just
Yeah.
Nice.
All over the place.
Got lots on your plate. That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
fun. Yeah, we've had quite a few investors
Recently, yeah.
Yeah, but they're all different scales and sizes and what they're kind of looking to do, right?
Okay.
So, yeah. So I have to ask. It's like, curious.
Yeah.
So do you make them from scratch, the wedding dresses?
Yes, the wedding dress.
Oh,
yes.
wow.
Well, I have manufacturing in China, so
Oh,
I
okay.
work with the in-house designer. Yeah, so
Oh,
I don't make
okay.
it myself, but
Oh.
yeah. But
Ship
the
it.
branding and everything
Nice.
is
Yeah.
still like developing right now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, wow. Cool. Awesome. Well, let's see what we can do here. Basically, what this is an app-based product, and this is just a version of the website here. So what they do is they'll put in requests. So I don't know if there'll be anything for wedding dress. Let's see. Alter my wedding dress alterations, fix, repair.
For the wedding dress, I'm more like B2B.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, well,
Should be selling it to the bridal stores.
oh, okay. Well, we'll just do something different then.
Yeah, well, there's lots in that list, right? 'Cause-
Yeah.
Maybe we can try water diffuser, like water.
Water. Because everything is keyword driven, right?
Yeah.
And then we're trying to have them select a specific tagline.
Water filters, I
Yeah.
guess.
And there's numerous ways of saying the same thing.
Whoops.
So, you know, we,
interviewing and recruiting a few people for the brand ambassador role.
Filter supply.
And we started.
For resident, so you do residential and commercial? Yeah.
how big are those units?
I'm sorry.
Are they small units or are they larger?
Small units. Well, we have two different type. One is like a countertop, so it's more like it's bigger in size.
Yeah.
But we don't have to connect with electricity or the bucket. But the other one is more connect with the pipe. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, but it's still like a small unit. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool, because I've seen one before residentially, and they have a vacuum filtration as well with it. So they were suggesting like curtains and stuff, but it's, nah.
Yeah.
You just need it running all the time to filter out the air.
Yeah, because I think the water filter is actually good in the Alberta market. Alberta.
Yeah, the dust and the pollens and all of that stuff sitting there. I have just an air purifier without the water, but I know the water collects it all and holds it.
Oh,
So-
it's two different things. Like the indoor air enhancer is like a air diffuser. The water purifying system is actually for like a drinking water.
Okay, to purify your drinking water.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And both, I mean, like the air diffuser and the water filters, I think it's good for the Alberta market. Yeah, that's why I was expanding it to Calgary
Right, so.
since last August.
Gotcha, where did you start it?
We just, because for this one is more like a direct selling
Yeah,
platform.
okay.
So we just met with different potentials and see if they need it or if they are interested in running as like a distributor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Let's just say
And then,
I want water filter for my
So, yeah, the whole
New
purpose behind
business.
this, so Get Assist is a social platform, okay? We're a social network. A new one that's meant to be secure, private, help people connect in a more meaningful fashion. And we have two different types of users, an individual, so anyone can be on us as an individual. And then we have the business side. Each user gets a slightly different access. The business one obviously gets a little bit enhanced access and more tools to apply to their account that a social user just doesn't need. So right now, David's just kind of showing you how the two groups would talk to each other. We're currently in a business account, or demo account. And he's just kind of showing you how any one of our members, whether it's social or another business member, can be trying to contact
well,
you.
yeah, for the new one.
So this is one of the ways they would do so. And then we'll go into the grapevine afterwards, okay? Because that's another spot. And the members that do the most business on our platform utilize that grapevine as well as the requests.
Okay.
So right now, he's just kind of filling out how someone would make a request for that type of product.
And I will call Shirley now.
yeah, and then
So let me do this.
they know you're a busy person, so they'd be like, this is what I have to spend. Let's see if we can meet up. Out of 3 dates and times, what would be see if we can figure out what's going on and move forward with the water filtration. And they would submit that to the network here, and this is how it would look on the other end here.
Yeah, because we do different types of things. Obviously, targeted lead generation is one of them, but we're recruiting. We're also helping companies with invoicing as well if they don't have anything in place. And then it's also another spot they can be running their marketing strategies, their marketing and advertising, whether they want to market to just individuals or they also want to market to business. It's a great way to showcase yourself and maybe get in front of a different type of member that you wouldn't have found on a different platform, would have been a little harder to make a connection with. Because the business side is kind of like LinkedIn, but you're not going to find just enterprise there. You're going to find small, medium, emerging, and enterprise customers as well. So,
All different sizes, yeah.
Yep.
So basically, this is what it would look like. It would say in your case, it would say water, the description, and we only show a city and a postal code. That way, because we have a lot of different associations like kids soccer teams and scouts, so we can only track by postal code and email. So it makes it a little more safe and secure. And then the time frame, urgent, or however long, and the budget will also be included in there. And then this is how you would pop up on your response there. Your name and all your information what they would see, so they could decide to contact you from whatever means they want to do it. So they would contact you through there. And this is the community networks that Karen was mentioning earlier. I'll show you right here. Come on, Jack.
So how long is this? Is a website, an app?
It's an app, yeah.
it's an app.
App,
That's
okay.
how we would prefer that members use it, is through the app, so it's mobile with you.
Okay.
Very similar to any other platform like Instagram, Kijiji, Facebook. It's designed to be like that. But there's also a web portal right now, just so that it's easier for viewing. We show you guys a web portal access. The app, it is condensed, so you'd have your feed running in the center and then menu drop downs to do different things.
So how long has this app been out?
Was incepted in 2013.
2013.
Yeah, and that's when we moved it through the test markets, and by 2015 we launched into the Calgary market. We did a little bit more research and development there. So there's some things to work out and understand in a larger population, how the network functions and what members think, what they use, what they don't use, what's working, what's not working. Even our marketing strategy on how to launch a new social platform is a little bit different. You can't just go out there and announce it and expect people to pick it up and stick to it because they can make requests. We actually have to connect to the community first and work with some larger organizations. So we have something called a virtual classroom and a virtual locker room, private HR communities. So we can start working as an effective communications tool with a larger group. So think a community league, sports team, something like that, where we train all of their members how to use this as a communications tool. We can have people who are a little hesitant to put somebody on a social platform like a child on us, because all we take is a valid email address and a postal code. There's no way to identify how old or who that person is. So there's no tracking, no personal content. We don't have to worry about that being taken. And the content a member actually puts onto those communities is truly private. We don't have a copy. It doesn't become ours as well. So it's a very easy to use, simple platform. And once we connect to the community and they start using us for communications, naturally out of that, they've learned that they can make a request, and that's where the business side starts growing. So in this particular market, in Calgary market, because we're a little bit more established, we're a few years in, we've really penetrated the community to the point where we don't need just your everyday type of businesses. We have to get a little bit more creative, and there's more value in our platform. So we're kind of moving into phase 2 of our growth. Yeah, and going to connect with more organizations, get more members in here. I even had to onboard some bigger franchises at this point, because we're now starting to see the business, so it's kind of cool. Yeah.
So this is we'll go back so I can show you how I did that.
We've, since we moved through Alberta, and we kind of did things backwards. Normally you would go like from Calgary to Toronto or Vancouver, right? Go across. We went up, which was interesting. And then we went up to Winnipeg, Toronto, Vancouver, and now we're down in Phoenix, to be Denver soon, and there was another location, but they're gonna have an office set up in every state.
Nice.
Yeah, over the next year. Yeah. So very aggressively growing. And more fun to happen here in Canada.
Oh yeah, always lots of fun in Canada.
Actually, we've been, the members who uptake, and it's cool because when we moved to the smaller communities, you wouldn't think that they would take to social media and these platforms and this type of communications. If I go to somewhere like like even Grand Prairie, huge hub. They love our platform there. Here in Edmonton, I think it's because there's so much exposure to different platforms, different options all the time, and everybody wants to go locally. That it's a little harder, more challenging, right? You have to have a lot more conversations. But when we go to smaller places, it's boom. So yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is our platform. It sort of looks like Facebook. The only difference is that the only people that can advertise is our business members. So that way you can go on there, click on them, and it'll go right to their profiles. So that'll be the blurb about the business, what they do, how long they've been in business for. And if you have a website, you can go right through to the website from here as well. And then there's our ratings and reviews. This guy doesn't have any yet, but if he did, it would be on there as well. And I don't know if you do subcontracting in your business or looking for people for where you can post jobs on here as well. Look for people. You can also search jobs here if you have some free time and want to do something else. Yeah, I know you do lots of things already, so you never know. You just search on there. And we also have reports. So basically you can look up to your 10 categories and see how they're doing by week, month, or however long you want to do it. And you can always switch them out too. If it's not working for you, you can switch it out for something else. And our rating system on here, 1 to 5, is a little different from Facebook, Google, and Yelp and all those other ones. Here, the only time somebody can actually rate you on our platform is if you've done business with them. So as soon as you've exchanged funds, you just mention to them, you can come go on and review me. And and even if you just talk about like a quote, they can't give you a rating. So say I didn't like your quote, I'm only giving you 1 star. They can't do that. And then on the other hand, your parents, your friends, and family can't go on there and give you 5 stars either. So it's an actual real rating on our system, which is good.
By influencers.
Yeah, exactly. You can't buy influencers for sure. I know yours is mostly like some of your business is mostly online, right? Like the stuff from China and that. So this would probably be, so on your profile you'd put like online, international, but say for like argument's sake today you traveled from Calgary to Edmonton, so you'd put on your areas of expertise, you'd say how far you would travel, so that way you won't see requests further away that you don't want to see, so they'll filter them out.
The business is set up, you could do it all across Canada.
Exactly, you could, yeah, exactly.
It's just the nature of your business, right? You don't have to travel that far, but if you can service that area.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
If you want to see potential business partners to
Across Canada and now the US, so you can put that in there. Just in your profile, you can always put that in there, like specify in that too.
Yeah.
And then this here's obviously the link to there's a new picture today. You click on that, it'll go right to your website, and then obviously your signature with all your contact info for you then to get a hold of you. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Do you have any questions so far?
So do you have like a demographic of like how many people use the website or use the apps?
Yeah, we do have, so socially, right, we're gonna have a number for each, because we're gonna be representing the business as a business.
Right.
Underneath those accounts, I can't vet the amount of end users that are using one business account, right? Because we're not representing just an owner or employees of a company, we're representing the business as a whole. And I know some of them have multiple users running those accounts. But you know, Edmonton surrounding area, how many do we have?
50,000 social users in Edmonton, just over 50,000, and just under 9,000 businesses just in Edmonton. In Calgary, we have a lot more.
50,000 business?
No, 9,000 businesses.
9,000 businesses.
Yeah.
And 50.
People making requests, so
Social.
just regular people
Okay.
like you and I, yeah,
Okay.
on the social side,
Yeah, and that's kind of what's different about our platform, right? Because you have just an individual that doesn't have to say they're part of a company or an organization. It's just somebody on our platform using it for communication purposes. Possibly they're on here just job hunting, they're on here, you know, making requests, right? We don't need to understand exactly how they use us, right? It's a tool for business to, you know, give you a little bit to get you where you want to be. Hopefully, you know, generate you some extra revenue over the course of your membership with us. And as things change, you know, we are going to have obviously new updates and tools that we add to the program itself. So.
Yeah, like we just added invoicing. So say if you're on the app and you meet a customer, you can send them invoice right there, right then and there. So makes it a little easier, especially if you're like yourself, you're a mobile business. So makes it a little easier for you as well.
Do you invoice or do you quote?
Pardon me? Invoice.
Oh, okay. Now this is the monthly plan, so it'd be $100 up front to build your site out, and then $39.92 a month thereafter. So there'd be 5 free leads, and after that, every time you respond to leads, it's $2. But on the yearly plan, we don't charge that. So you can respond to 200-300 of them, and it won't cost you $2 every time. So $479 for the whole year, and that takes care of everything. You get advanced reporting. You get your business. You only get the business portfolio on the advanced pro, and then the other one's just kind of pretty much has everything except for the website, and then just the basic reporting on the plus. Because you do so much stuff, like so many different businesses, the pro would probably be the best for you, the best bang for your buck, I would think. So.
So this app is not it's not serving in BC yet.
Oh yeah, it's all across Canada.
Okay.
All across Canada and now in the US, yeah.
So the expansion plan is to go global. but we still need to do more here and in the US before we can move that way,
Mhm.
right?
Just starting in the US.
We need to
so,
kind of
yeah.
finish and really get out there across North America, then we'll go global, and because those markets are going to be different.
Mhm.
So do you guys do any like marketing to promote this app?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we have feet on the street. That's the most effective form. So again, walking into large organizations. So, working with Scouts Canada, but even businesses, like Costco uses us strictly as a communications tool with their employees. So we have Costco as one whole big thing, and all of their employees are joined as members. So that brings in a lot of social users, right? So that's the best form of marketing, because then we have a sticky member using our network for a reason. And eventually one day they wake up and they actually have to connect with someone, and the other methods are failing, or they just need something. Okay, I'm going to make a request, right? And then they get responded back to. So that's one form of our marketing and advertising. Other forms are where we market the business owners we have in our particular areas, right? So if we are, let's say, going into a new market, recently we did big campaigns out in Lloydminster, okay? And we're looking at businesses, and did you know you can do this? You can make your request, but it's done through the business partners we know we have. So if we don't have something, we're not gonna say, hey, come on board, hop on our platform, make a request, right? We want them to get a response, because that's instant gratification.
Mhm.
We never know who is gonna pick up the app and make a request.
Mhm.
They'll see it because they actually have a need with the product or service. So if we have, if it's painting, we'll do a marketing campaign with trends, tips, tricks. And if you have a project going on, you can hop on our platform and make a request. So we're indirectly advertising ourselves that way, and making sure our business members are getting business in a new area. Yeah, we can show you some here. So that's this is one of our TV campaigns, like YouTube, and something we would do on the news channels. We do it on radio, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, we're everywhere. We have to be, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, if you didn't have a need, you wouldn't pay attention. Need a beautiful patio? If you don't need a new patio, you're not going to pay attention to getting quotes, making requests.
Right.
And you don't really see Get Assist.
No.
But when you do have a need, then you're like, oh, great, cool, maybe I should do that. And the best part about our platform now, in terms of our competitors, right? So there's Porch and Homestairs and Homes and all that kind of stuff. We're not charging our members to make their request for listings. Other platforms now are charging, and that's shying people away and pushing them back to Google, where you're only seeing large presence or large investments now, or they have to go back to canvassing, right? And I've noticed recently on Facebook and Instagram, it's getting harder to search out specific niche businesses. To go through a little bit more. But that's how we advertise.
Yep.
I think we can stop this now.
Yeah. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly.
So, do you have any information I can take it back and?
We do, but we're kind of like, if there's more stuff that we can show you, it's probably better that we do it here, and kind of show you all the sources. We can send you out all the links by all means.
Yeah.
But we would rather kind of show you what we haven't kind of gone through anymore. So it kind of leads me to believe that we might have a little bit of questions still, and it's one of those things like where you're so used to talking about this network and using it ourselves that we kind of forget. Do you understand what we've just, showcased to you, demonstrated?
Yeah.
So maybe we'll go back to the demo account and you guys can go through that a little bit differently. Just based off what you do, it would be another great platform for you to see who is on there and make some new contacts, right? Because they're actively running their own strategies. You never know. You can make requests for people that you might find valuable to get in contact with them, right? You don't have to just receive them. You can make them too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that it would change anything, but maybe do it.
Then running a strategy in there, maybe creating a community.
Oh yeah, exactly.
There's one gentleman who just created a new one. It's kind of a home DIY project. He's doing it all throughout the US right now. So I've been following him, and he's amazing with the content. People are really starting to pick up on his community and follow it. It's just the images and the amount that he does is great content.
Yeah, but I'm saying.
There's lots of communities on there that can be searched.
And you can post whatever you want on your own community. You can invite your customers to join and share it as much as you can. It's a great tool to find more customers, and then obviously other partnerships too, right?
Yeah, that's really how I see it, as if it's kind of for your business, right? The more you market it, they will request it. To be honest, our largest deal happened because somebody was running their strategy in our grapevine in the communities, and it caught somebody's eye.
Yeah, you just keep like what they do is they just keep posting their what they're doing, what they're working on, and then just people click on it, right?
Hi, team, how's it going?
Good.
How are you doing? Tyler, welcome to Good Assist. Nice, what kind of business do you have?
Business don't we have?
She has a lot.
You do a lot of business?
Investments.
Yeah, I have different projects. Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, this is my biggest one right now. I got a few properties, but mostly Get Assist. But the hyper users, they're hooked on it, just like Skip the Dishes. You know, they could order pizza, but they're hooked on Skip, so they're going to use Skip.
That's right. That's right.
You can get food trucks.
Yeah, you can get pretty much everything.
Actually, we do have a company on here. You can request them. They're a catering service, new concept, and they're exclusive to us right now too. He can cater an event in a 3-hour notice anywhere in Alberta currently. He sublets somebody else's kitchen. He can do any type of cuisine.
Oh, cool.
So you can cater your event with Italian, Greek, Mexican, all out of 3 hours notice. Can you pull it off? Love it. I know, he's so smart. He's
Nice.
into everything too. But yeah, it was the coolest business.
It's almost like those guys that do the sub kitchens for Skip the Dishes when they're closed at like 2 a.m. or whatever. You just do all the knockoff food.
Arrangements on here.
Yeah,
You can get
everything.
booster juice. They're on here. But that's the beautiful part about our network is they're not in your face, right? The only way you know somebody's on here is if they're in a community and talking about themselves, or you make a request.
Yeah.
Right? Birth to death, anything in between, you dream it, you can request it.
Exactly.
So, yeah, the hyper users are fun. So it's that's how it starts, right? You have a soccer mom, and when we're out there training our community members, we need to explain to them that sometimes you need to make more than one request. So I always use it like if there's ladies and their moms, depending on the audience or parents, hey, your kids' birthday parties, right? You make a request for birthday cake or cupcakes, you know, the entertainment or venues. It's all separate requests, but they're there. And you're putting in your budget and the date you need them on, and only the ones that can accommodate are going to show themselves, right? And you never know what's on there and what's continually being added.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're always adding
So
different ones.
we try to create, once they have their first request get connected to, then they come back to us, right? They're not going to do Google anymore because they get too many options. It's time consuming, not efficient. They become an even stickier social community member on our platform. They start making requests for friends and family, getting them on board. Yes, it's just a snowball effect. That's why I find feet on the street and us kind of talking with larger organizations, even being mindful of our new business partners. If they have people within their organization, they should be using us as a community, like a communications tool. You know,
Mhm.
their reps can't say, hey, I didn't see your text, didn't see the email, it got buried in there, sorry, just got this. No, it's a unique notification in a community. So they know it's something work related, something they should pay attention to. I have a group of funeral homes, all of their on-call directors use it at nighttime to stay in contact. Yeah. So it's, you know, it's fun. But I find that's the best form of marketing because it's not just, hey, I gotta make some requests today.
Well, she's used to it doing the direct sales, right? So you're kind of more specific to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is just like a normal page, or does it have to request to be logged in? Like,
Oh, yeah, you would have to
Yeah,
log in.
this is our
with
development one.
Yeah, this is just one of our demo accounts. It's a mock account.
all right.
But those are real posts.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
On the right, yeah.
Yeah, so you would log in through the app or into the web portal with a specific username and email address and password.
So
And
the app is just like Get Assist.
Get
Yeah.
Assist,
yeah,
yeah.
right in the App Store and Google Play Store.
Mhm.
And you can log in either with Facebook if you want to use the same info. Some people do, some don't, but yeah, it's pretty easy.
Yeah. You can hear him talking.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen.
Oh, because he's.
Coaching.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just try to
Yeah.
see how to play
No,
with
go
it.
ahead.
Yeah.
Featured lead.
Mm-hmm.
It's a featured lead.
Here?
I got it.
Price conscious podcast. Oh. Interesting. Did you know that you can plant it in your backyard now?
What?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Except for Quebec and Manitoba.
My parents started.
Did they?
Yes.
That's sweet.
I laughed when it happened. They ordered a special strain and everything.
That's cool.
Oh, it's still loading. Take some time to load it.
Oh, the app itself?
After downloading it,
Yeah.
logging in. No, some of our communities have really good content. There's one. There's another entrepreneur on here, locally from Edmonton, and she has that app Meetup, and she's also on our platform and running events and posting and putting out content and sharing it to the relevant members, which is great. We can now did a few updates on the social side, but the communities, we had a limiting factor before where if they weren't on our platform as a member, you couldn't invite them to your event. We've updated that so you can put in all of your attendees, and it actually sends them out an email, so if they're not on us, and that they can respond to. That gets them curious about us now. Well, why am I not on there?
Another way to get them, yeah. Exactly.
Well, I don't know. It takes time to load the page. Oh, there
There you go.
Could be this room in the Wi-Fi or the service.
Yeah, this room sometimes slows need molasses on
Yeah,
them,
but
especially around
we're on
lunch.
Wi-Fi, she's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could hop on there and like it looks very similar to this. Just drop down menus. Any of the communities that you would join, you can search all of them. And that's the only content you will see in the grapevine.
Yeah, I probably have to go in about 10 minutes. Yeah, so I do. I'm still waiting to.
Oh, hasn't loaded up yet?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
It's time to.
At least you somewhat know what to do.
Yeah.
And you can use it for anything, so it's a cool tool.
Yeah. Well, if you have any information, you can send it to
Oh, yeah.
me.
Yeah, I will. I'll
some
send you a
links.
follow-up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
for
the
sure.
price list and everything, so I can take a look and see.
Yeah, you just won't be able to see the monthly breakdown, because that's something we're doing new here in
Okay.
but you'll be able to see the annuals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess it's about the same price, or it's like.
It's actually $100 more a year if you go monthly. Okay, because it's $100 registration fee to build your account up front, and then you'll
Okay.
build a monthly breakdown. So it's $23.25 to $39.92 per month.
But then you can upgrade to yearly after if you want to do that, and it won't cost you anything extra. Just the difference in
Preference
price.
is yearly, because it will save you money over time,
Free leads
and
too.
just give you the presents, right?
Right. Okay.
With the website and everything, like all that professionalism.
Yeah. I'll take a look. I mean, this is
Yeah.
new to me, right?
Exactly. It takes a
exactly.
little bit to digest sometimes, and to think of how you're going to use it with investments. So
Right.
And your other businesses, yeah.
exactly, and how to set it up correctly.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah. But David can send that out. We'll send out the links to all of it. You can review the content.
Mhm.
Yeah. Sure.
And then he can follow up with you probably tomorrow morning when we're a little quieter,
Okay.
and just see if you have any other questions.
Mhm.
We're kind of working on it, so
Yeah, for sure.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, is there any specific content, or is it just kind of the pricing breakdown and checking it out a little bit yourself?
Okay. Yeah, for sure. So just send me the detailed information, and
Okay.
then we can keep.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Okay,
All right.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Have a good day.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Okay.
Have a safe drive back to Calgary.
Oh yeah. Just got meetings today.
Well, eventually she'll drive back.
Yeah, but this is car.
They're supposed to be ready. No, that's all we have.